Hello, friends. So, today we are going to discuss Class 7th Science, Chapter 2 Plants, Structure and Function. Heading. Let's recall 1. What helps us to easily identify the plants around us? 2. What are the various parts of plants? The roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. of different plants are different. We can identify plants with the help of these different characteristics. Let us now acquaint ourselves with these plant organs in great details. Try this. Keep a moistened ball of crumpled paper in a conical flask. Place some soaked moth beans or gram seeds in the flask between the paper and glass wall. Observe and note the changes in the seeds in 2 to 3 days. The part that grows from inside the seeds towards the soil is called radicle, and the part that grows above the soil is called the plumule. The root that forms from the radicle grows into the ground. The root is thick near the ground and gradually tapers to the pointed end. This part of the plant growing below the soil for support is called root. Roots of some plants produce secondary roots that grow obliquely and spread far and wide in the soil. Roots support the plant. This type of root is called taproot. Roots bear hair-like processes near the root tips. These are root hairs. The root tip is delicate. This is the region of the growth of the root. The tip is covered by a cap-like structure called the root cap. The root cap protects the root tip from injuries. 2. Take a glass jar and fill 3 quarters of it with water. Place an onion on the mouth of the jar in such a way that its roots are towards the water. Observe the growth of roots for 8 days. Thread-like or fiber-like roots arise from the stem are called fibrous roots. There are two main types of root, tap roots and fibrous roots. Dicotyledonous plants have tap roots, while monocotyledonous plants have fibrous root. 3. Sow the seeds of plants like mustard, sorghum bracket begins, jawar bracket ends, maize bracket begins, corn brackets end, pea, coriander, etc. in an earthen pot. Cultivate the plant for 8 days. Once the plants grow 15 to 20 centimeter high, uproot them carefully while the soil is moist and put them gently in a large conical flask containing water. The soil will get washed off without any harm to the roots. Observe the roots more carefully to see which plants have tap roots and which ones have fibrous roots. Plants like maize, sugarcane, sorghum have two types of roots. Some roots are underground, whereas some grow from the stem just above the soil. The latter are called adventitious root. Besides the normal function like absorption of water and minerals, anchoring and supporting the plants, root performs some other function too. Roots show some modification to perform these additional functions. For some example of modified roots are aerial root, stilt roots, runner, breathing roots, bracket begins, pneumatophores, bracket ends, etc. Fourth, take some water in a small glass jar. Put a plantlet in it in such a way that the roots are dipped in the water. Mark the water level on the jar and add 5 ml of oil to the water. Record the water level on the next day. Discuss your observations in the class. Heading. Use your brain power. 1. What would have happened if plants like tamarind, banyan and mango had fibrous roots? 2. What will happen if root tip is injured? 3. What types of root do the fenugreek, spinach and the onion plants have? Box. Do you know? Roots emerging from the trunks and branches of a banyan tree grow towards the soil. These roots are called prop roots. What could be the use of these prop roots? In the beginning, the banyan tree has a very few prop roots, but later on, as the number increases, so much that it appears like a small forest. In Kolkata, A 250-year-old banyan tree in the Indian Botanical Garden covers a very large area. It is supported by thousands of prop roots. Is there any such tree in your neighborhood? Find out. Why are the underground parts of plants like radish, carrot, beet, and sweet potato thick, fleshy, and swollen? Which part of the plants are they? Techno support. Heading. Collect images of different types of fruits and send them to your friends via email. Heading. Stem. The stem grows from above the soil from the plumule of the sprouting seed. As the sprout grows, the length of the stem gradually increases too. There are nodes on the stem. Leaves come out at the nodes. The part of the stem between two nodes is called an internode. The tip or the apical end of the stem is called a bud. Observe a branch of any plant and identify its different parts as per diagram. Complete the chart. Bracket begins. Collect information about other local plants too. Bracket closed. Headings of the table. Name of the plant. Thickness. Bracket begins. Circumference. Bracket close. Of node. Bracket begins. Millimeter. Bracket close. And length of the internode. Bracket begins. Millimeter. Bracket closed. Under the name of the plant we have 1. Fenugreek, 2. Sugarcane, and 3. Blank. Heading. Leaf. Leaves grow from the nodes on a stem. Leaves are generally thin, flat, and green in color. The broad, spread out part of the leaf is called the leaf blade or lamina, and the edges is called the leaf margin. Leaf margins may be entire, lineate, or lobed. The tip of the leaf is called the leaf apex. It may be tapering, pointed, or rounded. Leaves of some plants have a stalk called a petiole. Leaves of some plants do not have a petiole. The portion of the leaf attached to the stem is called the leaf base. Small leaf-like structures may be present near the leaf base. These are called stipules. Do you see stipule in all plants? Leaves of some plants have a single undivided leaf blade and a single midrif. Such leaves are called simple leaves. However, the leaf blades of leaves in some plants is divided into many small parts called the leaflets. Such leaves are called secondary leaf. Simple leaf and compound leaf are the two main type of leaves. Heading. Observe and discuss. Observe a branch of plants like rose, neem, coriander, hibiscus, etc. In different plants, the arrangement of leaves on the stem is different. It may be alternate, opposite, whorled, spiral, etc. According to the shape, leaves are rounded, bracket begins, obovate, bracket close, palmate, lanceolate, linear, etc. Heading. Try this. Take a peepal leaf and a maize leaf and observe them carefully. The peepal leaf is divided into two equal parts by a single midvein, which lies among the midline of the leaf blade. Secondary vein arise from the midvein. They are branched and form a network or reticulum. On the other hand, in the leaf of maize, all veins are parallel, running from leaf base to the leaf apex. Thus, the peepal leaf blade has reticulate venation and the maize leaf blade has parallel venation. Observe the leaves of some other plants in your surroundings and identify the types of venation. Box. Heading. A little fun. Take a fallen peepal leaf and soak it in water for 15 to 20 days. Dry it and make a greeting card of the last like leaf you get. Complete the following chart by observing the plants around you. Headings. S number, name of the plant, type of leaf, shape of leaf blade, venation, shape of leaf margin, shape of leaf apex, petiole, yes or no, stipule, yes or no. Arrangement on the system. 1. Maize. 2. Canna. 3. People are under S number and name of the plant respectively. Try this. Carefully observe a fully opened hibiscus flower. Flowers may have a long or a short stalk called pedicel. One end of the pedicel is attached to the stem. The other end of the pedicel is expanded and swollen. It is called the receptacle. Petals and the other parts of the plants are supported on the receptacle. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium are different parts of the flower. Subheading Calyx. In the bud-like condition, the petals are covered by a leaf-like part called sepals, which are green in color. They form the calyx. Subheading Corolla. This is made up of colorful parts called petals. Observe the shape, color, and smell of corolla of various flowers like the rose, chrysanthemum, hibiscus, mogra, kanher, tagar, etc. Androecium. This is the male reproductive part of the flower. It consists of stamens. Each stamen is made up of anther and filament. Gynoecium. This is the female reproductive part of the flower. This is made up of carpels. A carpel consists of stigma, style, and ovary. 2. Take a vertical section of a hibiscus flower with the help of a sharp blade and by cutting the flowers vertically from stigma to pedicel. Both sections of the flower will be seen to have the same structure. After maturity, anthers burst and the pollen grains which are released fall on stigma. This process is called pollination. Due to pollination, ovules (begin) egg cells (closed) in the ovary gets fertilized. Fertilized ovules form the seeds and the ovary develops into a fruit. Heading: Use your brain power. Of what use to a plant are insects flitting around its flowers? Observe the flowers and complete the following chart. Headings: Name of flowers, number of sepals, sepals free or united, number of petals, petals free or united, forms of androecium and gynoecium. Subheading: Fruit. We eat many different types of fruits. Each type of fruit has its own characteristics. There are variations in their shape, color, taste, etc. Mango contains only one seeds, whereas jackfruit consists of many small fruitlets, each with its own seed. Observe the fruits of bear (begin), ziziphus (closed), mango, chiku, apple, etc. What do you observe? Each fruit has a different skin or shell, fleshy part, and seed. In case of fruits like cashew, its seed is outside the fruit. Soak the seeds of pea, wheat, rice, jowar, groundnut in water for 3 to 4 hours. Press the seeds with your finger and observe them. Which seeds get divided into two equal parts? Seeds which get divided into two equal parts are called dicotyledonous seeds. Seeds which do not divide into two equal parts are called monocotyledonous seed. Thank you.